So hello, my name is Felix Wagemann. I'm from the winery Philipp Kuhn, a small winery located in the northern part of the Palatinate, we always say the epicenter of German wine growing. It's directly to the border to Rheinhessen, and Rheinhessen and the Palatinate are together the two biggest wine producing regions. So Laumersheim, with its 600 inhabitants, is for us the epicenter of production of German wine. And the winery was founded by a family who came from Switzerland to Germany after the 30 Years' War for growing, for mixed agriculture growing. And they planted fruits, vineyards, and everything. And in the 1950s, Philipp father decided only to have wine growing. So the history started as a pure winery in the 1950s. So we are a producer of, at the moment, 45 hectares. We have 60% white wine, 40% red wine. Pinot Noir and Riesling are the most important grapes. Nearly 2/3 of it, it's for those grapes. The rest is a mixture of all grapes we find. So Philipp is always called like a Messi of grapes, not like the good football player, more like a collector of everything. So next to the two grapes, we have a lot of Pinot Noir. Next to Pinot Noir Riesling, we have Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Sangiovese, which is not a typical German, and all other stuff. And for red wines, also like grapes like Viognier, which is not uncommon for German wine growing. Yeah, those grapes we plant are plants for the future. So there is a climate change we notice every year with more extreme weather. It's getting warmer and warmer. Then we have to find some grapes who will bring us through a safe future. For Riesling, we don't have to worry about. It's a late grape, so it will rest for some decades. But other grapes from Southern Europe have a good future for Germany. So for this, we started planting it about nearly 20 years ago, a small amount of Sangiovese grapes, and it's getting well. Yes, especially for Viognier. I think the Palatinate is one of the biggest producer of Viognier outside of France or inside of Germany. And those grapes are really interesting. We have also other wineries who always has grapes like Tempranillo. There are also some producers of Malbec, like Rhine also. So yeah, we are really happy with testing in this region other grapes. Yeah, I can plant a little bit like a testing field, but you have to label it also on the back of the wine that is from testing areas. But there's a small amount allowed to plant. Yeah, I was born in the northern Black Forest, so not a typical wine growing region in Germany. But my parents always went to France or Spain on vacation. My father always visited wineries. We had more wine at home than beer. Totally not German. But yeah, so the interest for wine was still there every time. So I decided to study wine economies after my school. Even I have no background, no family with a winery, but where there have been small vineyards around the town. So as a small kid, you went out picking some grapes, but those wine were always for personal use, not for selling. So it tasted also. You can drink it. But since then the interest was there, and then I studied wine economy, worked for some different wineries, and now I'm ended up at Philipp Kuhn. I was still in the Palatinate for another winery, and then I get in touch with Philipp, and then yeah, we talked a little bit, and then he said, yeah, you're a new guy, and I said, okay, I'm here. If you want to, I will come to you, and so I'm here with Philipp since now nearly 5 years. I would say in general, you can call it sales manager. I'm doing all the sales stuff, traveling around, eating, wine and dine. That's my stuff. So also the sales at a winery, those who representative work for the winery. A typical day for me, coming to a winery, have the second coffee of the day. Just check the mails, doing all little stuff, answering emails. Then we open the wine shop at the winery. Then normally I'm the whole day down there, telling everybody it's good wine, make some tastings with the customers. And when I'm not in the winery, normally traveling around retailers, restaurants, and wine fairs, or sometimes also visiting in Sweden. Yes, a lot. We have a lot. Mostly when they drive down to France, Italy for vacation, they stop, taste the wines, and 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, they come back and fill the trunk of the cars with wine. So that's every time nice. And I said, yeah, we've been there, we tasted the wine, we know it from Tryffelsvinet, and yeah, it's very nice to know. The best thing about working there is has a bit in common with the history of Philip. So he was really young when he took over the winery. He was 18. After this, he just finished his school of winemaking. Normally nowadays everybody goes out after this for 1 year in the southern hemisphere, then northern again, and back south, and then back north, up to 3 years, just taking all the knowledge all of the world. And Philip doesn't have this opportunity to go around, and for this his learning was learning by drinking. So we had a lot of he drank a lot of wine, all the best wines all over the world, just to get to know the best wines, how they taste, and to try to make the wines in the style. Sometimes some barrels went away, but often he had great success. So this is one of the best things that he still keeps in mind, that we have to drink a lot of good wine to know good wine and how to make good wine. So at lunchtime we have every time 1 or 2 bottles. Doing harvests, maybe it's always 6 bottles. As a blind tasting, everybody has to guess what wines they are. And this is also one good thing about your knowledge, that you can, every time you learn more about wines. And the other good thing is to work with good wines, to represent the wines, to have wine as a lifestyle. It's lifestyle, wine and good wine, wine and good food suits together. So this is the interesting part of this work. The typical style of our wines is that we make really honest or really true dry wines. We want to have it dry as possible. We want to have the grape variety true as possible, that you can taste the grape, that you can taste the origin of the grape. And I think this is the style we want to make, that we have those clear, pure wine styles. And yeah, that you have wines for drinkable now, or wines for storage, so wine for every day. I would say the Riesling, especially from the northern part of the Pfalz, where the winery is located, are really pure representatives of this limestone. The limestone brings always a pure minerality, a pure, in the end, always a nice saltiness to the wine. And this is, I think, one of the best parts of this Riesling style, is that you have this pure limestone Riesling type, which is always really true and a really pure Riesling taste. If I only have to choose one wine, can I make a blend all of it? My favorite wine, quick and short, Riesling Champion. That would be the wine. That would be the wine I would choose if I have to choose one wine. I know it's a little bit dedicated, but yeah, when I only had to drink one wine for the rest of my life, it would be this one. Philip founded with some other wineries a sustainability which is called Fair and Green. There we have now nearly 100 members, all different wineries, not even in Germany, also outside of Germany. There are also some retailers now members. This part of the sustainability is one of a big point of the philosophy of the winery. We want to give a clean and a clear and a healthy vineyards to the next generation. and also should be a good product to drink. Not even the working in the vineyards, so no chemical in the vineyards, and also using electric cars working to the vineyard. In 21 we had a lot of rain, so we collected all the rainwater, which we can use for the next year for spraying. So we don't have to use drinking water. Then we have a big photovoltaic energy on the roof of the new cellar. We produce all the electricity we use at winery, and then we use light bottles. So we have to minimum the CO2 by transport. Yeah, clearly you can't reduce your CO2 as zero. So with 2002 we also set our wines CO2 neutral. Then you buy some certificates for good projects, for example building up fountains in Africa or something, to have this nearly as a neutral wine style. And we think that also this sustainability is only the one way to keep, not to change completely the climate change, but to slow it a little bit down. So everybody has to do something, even if it's little, but this is our way a little bit to have it.